converge the ray at point S, it diverges the ray this direction. Now when we bend this ray backwards, students, today our topic of discussion is reflection of light. First of all, we will see that why do we need light. As you can see, when there is dark in the room, we are not able to see objects clearly. But when there is light, then the light falls on that object. For example, let us take a pen. When the light from any source falls on this pen reflects some part of it, and then we are able to see that object. Okay, for this purpose we need light. Now we will see that what is the reflection of light. It is the property of the light, the phenomena of the bending of light when it falls on any polished surface. Now what does it mean? Let us take, we have polished surface. This is a plane mirror. Its one surface is polished. Let us draw normal on it. Now when the light from any source falls on this surface, it will get reflected. It will bend on some other surface like this. When the light falls on this polished surface, it bends in some different direction. This is a normal. The light which falls on the polished surface can be taken as incident ray. This is known as incident ray. And the light after striking the polished surface, this ray is known as reflected ray. And the angle which incident ray makes with the normal is known as incident angle. It is denoted by small letter I. And the angle which reflected ray makes with the normal is known as reflected angle. It is denoted by small letter R. Now there are some laws of reflection. The first law is incident angle is always equal to the reflected angle, that is I is equal to R. And the second law is the incident ray, the normal and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. Now we will see some properties of the plane mirror. The plane mirror is that which we all deal with every day. First property of the plane mirror is that it does not change the shape and size of the object. Now let us say that when we see that pen in the mirror, there is no change in the shape and size of this pen. The second property is the image formed is virtual and erect. And the third property is the image is always laterally inverted. It means that your left hand appears as your right hand. Now we will see that what are spherical mirrors. The mirror, here we have taken that it is a plane mirror whose surface is plane. The spherical mirror is that whose surface is curved. The spherical mirror is that whose reflecting surface is curved. There are two types of spherical mirror, concave and convex. Concave mirror is that whose reflecting surface is curved inwards. It means that light falls on this area of the mirror and the other part is polished. This is a concave mirror. It is a concave mirror. It is the first spherical mirror, and the second spherical mirror is convex, whose reflecting surface is curved outwards and its other part is polished. This is known as convex mirror. Now we will see some terms related to these mirrors. There are some terms. The midpoint of this mirror, it is in both the case, even in concave mirror and in the convex mirror. The midpoint of the mirror is known as pole. It is represented by the capital letter P. The midpoint of the mirror is known as pole. And the second term is center of curvature. Now what is center of curvature? We can see that when we complete this mirror, it will form a sphere. You can see it will form a sphere, and every sphere has a center. The center of the sphere of which the mirror is a part is known as center of curvature. I repeat, the center of the sphere of which the mirror is a part is known as center of curvature. It is denoted by capital letter C. Same in this case, when we complete this sphere, it has a center. It is denoted by capital letter C. We can see that the center of curvature in case of concave mirror is lie in front of its reflected surface, and in case of convex mirror, its center of curvature is behind its reflected surface. As you can see, its curvature is behind its reflected surface. Its reflected surface is this, and in case of this, the reflected surface is the curvature is in front of this reflected surface. Now the third term is radius of curvature. The radius of curvature is the distance between the pole and the center of curvature. It is a simple radius, as we have taken in the circles. The distance between the pole and the center of curvature is known as radius of curvature. Same in this case, the distance between the pole and center of curvature is known as radius of curvature. It is denoted by capital letter R. It is denoted by capital letter R. Now the third term is principal axis. It is an imaginary line that passes from the pole. You can extend it in any direction. It is an imaginary line that passes from the pole and the center of curvature. You can extend it in any direction. Okay, this is known as principal axis. Now, let us take this concave mirror. Now, when light from some source, this is C. Now, when light from some source which will travel parallel to the principal axis, we know that this is principal axis, the imaginary line passing from the pole and the center of curvature. When some light from some source travel parallel to the principal axis, and when after striking this surface, it will pass from some point. Okay. Now this point we will take it as focus. Now this point we take it as a focus. We will denote it as a capital letter F. When the light travel parallel to the principal axis, after reflecting from the concave mirror, it will pass from some point, and we take that point is known as focus. Okay, and in case of convex mirror, we have focus here. We have focus here, and the concave mirror is known as converging mirror. This mirror is known as converging mirror. Why? Because it converges all the rays. We can see that it converges the ray at point F. What is this mirror is known as diverging mirror. This mirror is known as diverging mirror. But what does it do? It diverges the rays. That it has converged the ray at point F. It diverges the ray this direction. Now when we bend this ray backwards, it will meet at this point. Now this point is the focus of the diverging mirror. Now the distance between the focus and the pole is known as focal length. The distance between the pole and focus is known as focal length. Now it is denoted by small letter F. Now we have seen that the distance between the C, center of curvature, and the P pole is known as radius of curvature. It is noted by capital letter R. And the distance between the P and F is known as focal length. It is noted by small letter F. Now we can establish a relationship between small f and radius of curvature. Now we can see that radius of curvature is double times of focal length. This is the relationship between the radius of curvature and the focal length. Now we will see some properties related to some mirror. Let us take this concave mirror. This is the principal axis, this is the pole, this is the center of curvature, and this is the focus. Okay, there are four properties. When the light travels parallel to the principal axis, after striking this concave mirror, it will always pass from the focus. The second property is when light pass from the focus, it will travel parallel to the principal axis. Okay, same in the case of convex mirror. When the light travels from the focus, it will travel after striking this the surface of the mirror, it will travel parallel to the principal axis. And the third very interesting property, this is P, this is C, and this is F. The third property is when the light pass from the center of curvature. When the light pass from the center of curvature, after striking the surface of the mirror, it will bounce back in the same direction. Okay, this is when the light travels pass from the center of curvature. After striking the surface of the mirror, it bounces back in the same direction. Why it is so? Because the light falls normally on this plane mirror. When the light falls normally on this surface, it will bounce back in the same direction. And the fourth property is when the light falls obliquely. When the light falls obliquely on this mirror, it will reflect obliquely in this direction. In this case, I is always equal to R. That is, our incident angle is always equal to its reflected angle. These are some terms and properties related to some mirror, the spherical mirrors. Now we will see that what are the uses of some uses of this mirror. This is the first is concave mirror. In the case of concave mirror, we use this mirror in the torches, and this mirror is also used in the headlights of the vehicles, and it is also known as shaving mirror. And this mirror is also used by the dentist to see the magnified view of the patient's mouth. In case of the uses of convex mirror is R. It is known as this mirror is used as a rear view of vehicle, the rear mirror of the vehicle, to see the magnified views of the traffic at the back. So students, this is the topic and some terms related to the light. Thank you.